Hey guys, how's it going? Outlaw from Skeleton Crew coming to you today with a review of the GHK AK74 gas blowback rifle. I'm going to go over a few of the features of the gun, the make of it, the build quality. We'll look at some gameplay footage, some chrono testing, and give you an idea of what we thought of the gun after we've been using it now for a little over a month. First off, let's look at the build quality of this gun. You pull out of the box, you get the gun as you see it here. It comes with, on this side, you have some additional features. I'll get into that in a minute. But you get the gun and you get one magazine with it. It's a 42 round magazine. I purchased extra magazines as well so you could actually, play a full game. But let's start here in the back. We have a real wood stock with a very similar finish to what you would find in a real steel gun. The stock even has the trapdoor storage compartment here. You can put first aid kit in there, extra parts, things like that. Got a nice solid sling mount here, drilled right into the wood. This is made out of steel here, as well as the butt plate is steel. As you move forward, you have a Bakelite polymer style pistol grip, which is common on real steel. It's an easily replaceable thing. Some people feel that this one is a little bit on the small side. Didn't really have a problem with it myself. You look at, we got an LCT body here that GHK uses. It is a steel receiver here. That's steel. That's steel. That's steel. Trigger is steel. The slide here, the slide mechanism is not steel. Top cover is steel. Your selector switch, safe, full, and semi. We got the Russian inscriptions here, which some people find really nice. You flip the gun over. See on this side it comes with the rail mounting kit. Here you can buy an aftermarket rail and slide it on there really easily. Go forward here, we continue checking. Where'd my magnet go? So we continue moving forward on the gun, checking parts that are steel, sight block up here is steel, that little lever is steel. Go ahead and find the wood foregrips as well. Here done in the same style as before. Get up to the front, we got steel, 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 all the way steel. Nice orange plastic flash hider. So being steel, this is a very solid feeling rifle. It's got a good weight to it. A little bit lighter than a real steel AK variant, but a lot heavier than your standard AEG AK47 or 74 variant. Alright, let's take a look at the internals of this gun. Now this is going to kind of field strip break down, the same as a real AK would. Pop the dust cover off here. And inside you have your mechanism. Now you have dust cover catch. This is your bolt here. As you see, it moves back and will slide forward. It's got a nice snap to it. Good spring. Inside you can see the hammer mechanism there. Take this apart. You're going to slide that latch back. Here you'll find your recoil buffer stop, and then this whole unit slides out. You can see here you get your hop-up adjustment unit. This is also accessible just by pulling back the bolt, and you have your whole hammer trigger mechanism inside of here. Now that's not going to fire by itself. You have to hold that down, which only occurs when the bolt is actually in there, so you're not going to be messing around here. Look at the internals on this. Doesn't look like these parts on the inside are made out of steel. Still going to be a high-grade metal alloy. So here we got the bolt. This is the part that travels back and forth with each shot. We have the nozzle here. Keep in mind this is not looking pristine because I just got back from a weekend playing. Very dusty environment, so there's going to be a little bit of gameplay build-up on this. But you can see here this is a very solid construction. Nothing looks chintzy, nothing feels chintzy. Everything has a good weight to it, and the function follows that weight. Alright, so to put this back together, it goes the same way you put it in. Slide your bolt forward, get your recoil buffer stop in there, return spring and dust cover latch, and finally your dust cover. Now, one issue that we have found with this gun is with this dust cover latch. As you play with it, when it pushes forward, it tends to make this angle here. Now, when it does that, the gun will still function sometimes, but because the angles aren't correct, you're going to get a fail to fire eventually. So you want to be careful that when you get this gun in there, this is fully seated back, and then when you put your dust cover on, you want to make sure that it returns fully to that position. So you can see it sticking out there all the way. So that's your overview. The gun just feels really solid. It's got a good weight to it, like I said. It's just a fun gun to shoot. So the first test we're going to do is we're going to do FPS throughout the entire magazine. We'll reload the BBs and see how many mags we can get out of it and see what the FPS drop is from the first shot to the last shot. Oh, that's going to be fun in the video. The current temperature outside right now is warm. I'm going to say it's approximately 72.5 degrees outside. I had a firefighter buddy tell me that earlier. And he's a firefighter, so he knows how hot things are. Alright, here we go. Mag number 2. So this first BB is really hard to load because the lips on these are very stiff and vertical. Some people will go through there and sand out the sides just a little bit with a file so the BBs will get in there. You hold this little lever down and it helps, but sometimes you gotta load the first one by hand. Alright, mag number 3. Mag number 4. mag number 4. You're out of BBs. So you get about 4 mags out of 1 fill on gas, and you can see the FPS does drop quite a bit on that last mag, but up until then, it's pretty consistent.
The things that we loved about this rifle were, first off, the overall quality of the gun. It is hands down the most durable feeling and playing rifle in Airsoft that I've used. The steel body, the wood furniture, the way that the magazine fit into the mag well, everything is so solid. There's no play or wiggle at all. Rate of fire was really good. It was very realistic to what a real AK would be. The range that it had was decent, making shots out to 7,500 feet, and it's just a fun gun to play with. The only issues that we had with this gun, coming straight out of the box, were the magazines and the accuracy. The magazines are extremely hard to load right out of the box. They're very stiff. The feeding lips are very rigid, and they can actually cause some jams in the gun because the BBs won't load properly. After a while, they start to break themselves in and create a little bit of a groove for themselves where the BBs pass through. But in the initial break-in period, it's kind of a frustrating thing. The accuracy issues, out past 50 feet, it really kind of starts to vary in terms of your grouping pattern. But we are just using a stock barrel and stock bucking. So, with a few minor upgrades, this gun could be easily reaching out to 125, 150 feet quite accurately. Overall, very happy with this gun. There's a ton of upgrades that you can do to it. You get an in-pass system, you can put new furniture on it, you can get CO2 magazines. But in terms of, just a fun gun to play with, this is one of the best that I've shot. If you're looking for kind of that realistic feel, getting, real mil-sim-like, this is a gun that you're going to want to look at. The whole GHK series is very similar, and I highly recommend picking up one of these guns if you're looking for a gas blowback rifle.